Why is it room of clocks? Well, it's because there's a giant clock on the ceiling. There are also clocks on the walls, and a silly ticking noise, like this is the start of Back to the Future 1 or something. But enough of that rubbish. Let's smash up some of these torches. We cannot carry any more of that item, so we won't. We will save the game. There's a contract in here, as well as the save gem, a bunch of torches that are occupied, and a bunch of torches that are empty, which I don't really know the purpose of. There's another empty one. We've got a power up here as well, and a couple of sub-weapons that we don't really have any particular need for. Got an axe in that one, there's a holy water over there, and the final torch is empty. And no, this commentary is not desynchronized. I'm just looking into the future because I'm clever. Yeah, I bet you wish you could pull tricks like that, but you can't. Alright, so we're out of the room of clocks. This area is actually called room of wall clock, you might have noticed on the save file, which is silly, so we're going to ignore that. Right, we're now up on top of the tower, and all these towers connect to the central one, which makes you wonder why anyone bothers going into more than one of them, really, but never mind. Here's Actrise. She's been waiting up here for about 2 days. You surprised me. To be able to defeat the Fernandez warrior, it should have taken you at least 5 minutes longer than it did, I mean, honestly. Oh, there you are. It is still not too late. Give your soul and power to Dracula. It's a simple matter. Sacrifice the lives of the 100 children you happen to have dragged up Tower of Sorcery. I slew my own child to attain this prize of eternal life. Subtitles disappear immediately. And we've got, for some reason, a large square just lit up for no good reason. She was really only my stepmother. But my mother gave her life to save mine. She truly loved me. That's why she hit me with that pillowcase full of bricks every night to make me clever. Your child received no love from her mother. That's pathetic, and now I'm going to stop looking at your feet. Oh dear, you make me so sad. Looking at me just as my child did, like a big stupid puppy. I love no one in this world other than me. I will gouge out your heart as a gift for my lord. One. I think it's time for our climactic storyline battle with Actrise. Actrise is easy. She summons up a bunch of these silly, gaudy Technicolor crystal things, which we must destroy one of in order to create a path to her, and then we'll throw a bolt through the hole and defeat her. There we go. Now, quite frequently there is hitbox-related fuckery here too, which means that in fact we don't have to destroy any of the crystals, and they'll just pass through the whole wall, as you will see in a moment. She's got this citadel attack which she fires a bolt at us. There we go, we're just going to fire straight through the wall, and that happens quite a lot. She will quite frequently smash an entire completed wall like that, if you have managed to hit it before she's finished it. Sometimes it's invincible for no good reason, as there, and sometimes she is too. She can summon crystals behind us as we run in circles around her, which is the traditional method of defeating her. She also creates these sparkly things when she's summoning a new crystal wall, which she can occasionally throw at you, which will pin you as if you had been grappled by a vampire. And she isn't a particularly threatening boss, all told. She doesn't have many attacks that do damage, although damage is inevitable here because of the random nature of the battle. Which is wondrous. You've got to love it when that sort of thing happens. 2 roast beefs is all we're going to need to defeat her, so we'll use one of them now. Here we go, let's get all our health back. And since there's the roast beef back downstairs, the net result is it takes us 1 roast beef to defeat Carrie's climactic character-specific battle thingy, which is really silly. So we're going to throw that straight through the wall again. Now, it's generally not worth going after the big crystals at all, but when she's got a strong wall, she is unfortunately hideously claustrophobic, and we usually just break the whole damn thing anyway, which is very silly of her. It's almost like she wants to lose or something. That couldn't be, though. There we go, look, see? Strong wall, smash. You're silly, Actrise. I'm not silly. I'm a witch, damn. Ow. Okay, I am. Yes, it invests all her money in all these crystals, and then it turns out they've got a bloody great hole in them. Foolishness. There we go, throw it through again. Now, she's got 1 hit left, and so is promptly going to be really annoying and summon an actually effective crystal wall, but then she's going to destroy it and summon a much less effective crystal wall. She's an incredible genius of the highest caliber, certainly. Right, so we take a hit there, and we will continue circling around her like a hunting dragon-y thing. Right, I was sort of hoping that if I used a roast beef here I would immediately defeat her, but it was not to be. It worked on the bats, but it won't work here. So we have a little bit more battling ahead of us before we have defeated this evil witch of death. And a little bit more getting hit by randomly generated crystals. She speeded up generating them a little, but not much. So it's still fairly unthreatening a situation. Alright, we've got 1 gap here, so we will smash that, and then we will smash her. Take this. And she's dead. and she dies in a really silly way. I can't be! No, you can't. You have defeated me! Me, Jack Skellington! And how's she gonna die? Happens to us all. Yeah, she turns into a crystal and smashes, as you do. I have the power to subdue Dracula himself. You had no chance. You see, one victory and she gets all smug. Dracula knows this. He used you merely to delay me. Mwahaha! Dracula, Prince of Evil! Only you can wreck my sentence structure. Okay, she looks up at the clock tower where Dracula's not. You're a genius, Carrie. Right, okay, we're going to have a quick look around here. You can see the other towers from here. They all join to the central thing, as I said. And you can also see the face of the clock up there, which is actually synchronized with our clock, which is a nice touch, I think. And again, Cornell has 6 towers here. So where the hell does he put the other 2? Granted, they're not really towers as such. They're more horizontal. They're sort of sideways towers. The Tower of Sideways. But that isn't an answer to anything. So, we have more silliness. And we are going to get the roast beef, we are going to save our game, and then we are going to proceed into the clock tower so that you may have a brief look at it. The clock tower video will follow shortly. It's already recorded, so we'll save here. And it's not nearly as hard as it looks, because there's a lot of ways to screw up the clock tower. Several of which they actually fixed in Legacy of Darkness because they made it a much bigger level with much more stuff. So let's have a quick look up Clock Tower then. There we go. All sorts of rotating gears and whatsits. And beams and so on. But that's for the next update. I have been Evil Tim, and this has been Castlevania 64. You will all have a good day or else.